Flash showtime with TripleG. Brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more. And it'll come cartoons that we adore. Pop culture, flicks, and geeky stuff. We love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your ginger, Geordie, Geek. Welcome back to the channel for another episode of Panel Breakers, where we've got all your usual news and reviews, toys and films and all that good stuff. I'm joined as ever by my good pals. Efren, how you doing, Efren?
Tuesdays is now my favorite day of the week by far, man. I get to hang out with you guys, so that's always my special day. So I'm doing well. What about you guys?
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Always good to see you, Efren. Always good to see you. And we've got Super Sorrel. How are you, Sorrel?
Evening. How do?
No, good. And we've got, of course, James T. Keegan back from a week off. How are you doing, James?
Heyo, what's up?
Heyo,
I'm good.
heyo.
Good
Went
be
to
back.
see Sean James last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, I always have a blast at his show. So, just
Remind-
fanboying.
Remind people, because I remember, did we go to Liverpool and you made us listen to him all the way? And is it War he sang? Was it War?
Yeah, he's a cover of War. He's a cover of That's Life. He's a bunch of really famous covers. Like you hear them in like TV shows the odd time and stuff. But yeah, phenomenal performer. Like.
Good stuff. Okay, let's see who we've got in the chat. We have got Chris Bell, a quack indeed, Chris. Congratulations on your members only giveaway win. Very pleased for you, pal. Got some good books there. Actually, really nice one. I've got them here. I don't know if you guys, well, it's not because it's on my members only section. But Chris and Phil won some books. But one of the books that Chris won is quite sexy. Just trying to get it for you.
I know, I saw it. It was very, very nice.
Yeah, very nice. So that's a really, really nice book. So yeah, very cool. So well done on that, Chris. We've got Andrew, Animal Noises, indeed. Nice to see you, bud. We've got Terry, Deadman. Always good to see you, Terry. Hope you're well. We've got Stephen. Nice to see you, Stephen. And big thank you, pal. Alona brought home that copy of Empire magazine that you sent for us with the stunning Master of the Universe cover. I was reading it when we were away we went away just yesterday, so I've been reading through it. So thank you for that, Stephen. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you in Panto next week at the church Panto. So looking forward to seeing that, bud. Chris, thanks, Terry. Hear me. Hey up, Breakers. Fuzzy, always good to see you, pal. I hope you are doing well. Ash, our favourite American and our favourite Irishman are joined by two bang average Northerners. Harsh.
Man.
Even though it's going to be a good show. Jack, nice to see you, Jack. And we've got Andrew Kai. Nice to see you, Andrew. I hope you're doing well, bud. I hope you're doing well. I've got to say good evening. Well, good evening, Terry. Good evening. We've got Wayne. Hello from the land of whips and dips and chains and candle wax. Sorry, I was looking at James's room for my secret CCTV camera.
I don't think I have any dips.
Yeah.
That's the only bit that worries you about that, is it?
Yeah.
I don't think
I
I
ain't
have.
got any dips. I've got whips, chains, and candle wax.
I got the rest of it. I have dips. I don't eat in my room.
What are tips?
Well, see, Efren, I'm glad because I'm thinking this is all kind of dirty dungeon talk, isn't it? Whips and chains and candles. What do you do with a dip? What are you dipping it? It's like Thousand Island dressing, or is it? What is it? Like garlic and herb, like you'd use for nachos, or what? James, what are you dipping in your dips?
Would you put garlic and herb on nachos? That's
No, but we do fajitas and we'll have like a garlic and herb dip. Anyway, that's not the point. What have you got in your sex room, James? Why have you got dips in your sex room?
I mean, like it'll be like Easter eggs. Just have a little look around. You'll probably see something,
Something dippy. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. We've got Dan. Nice to see you, Dan. Hope you're doing well. Congrats, Belly, on the win. We've got Simon. Good to see you, Simon. Fuzzy, what did you win? He won the members giveaway, Fuzzy. He won the members giveaway. Some nice books. I just show it off again because I love it. Nice bike, man. Pre-61, that one. 1961. It's a good one. He won some ginger. Oh. Evening, gents. I forgot it's Shrove Tuesday, isn't it? Or what have you called it? Pancake Day. Do you do Pancake Day in the States, Efren?
No.
It's Mardi Gras to them, isn't it? Yeah,
It's pancakes every day over there, isn't it?
Yeah, but not proper pancakes. You guys do those weird American pancakes. A proper crepe is what you want for Pancake Day with a bit of lemon and stuff like that.
What are your pancakes? Aren't they
The crepe. So we do the American style pancakes, which are the ones you get. I don't know why I did that. That's what you got.
Yeah.
And then we do an English pancake is a much thinner. It's like a crepe. Have you ever had a crepe?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just a crepe basically.
Okay.
Crepe. I'm saying crepe a lot.
I think mostly in America they celebrate it as like Mardi Gras or like that kind of thing. You'd call it over there. I think it's like the day that the Mardi Gras is on.
Yes.
Fat Tuesday, I believe is a thing out there. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Things to put your nacho in. Everyone likes a little hummus and they've. Oh my god.
Really?
Really, Chris? We haven't even been like 6 minutes in. Do you know what I mean? Lots of desperation and guilt in Keegan's boudoir. Yeah, I would imagine. Starters with me to go on. Food talk. We got Phil. Nice to see you, Phil. Hope you're well, pal. Crepe twice a day myself. Fat every day for me. Wow, right. Let's 20 people have sat and watched. We're talking about Keega's dips and pancakes, but fair enough. Let's crack on, guys. We've got lots to get through today. We're going to start off sadly with a little bit of how dare you, Chris? How dare you? A little bit of sad news, guys, and that is the passing of Robert Duvall. Absolutely phenomenal actor, been in some cracking films. I have to say, I haven't had a quick look at some of these movies there. Obviously, you've got some amazing ones like Apocalypse Now and things like that. I'm sure everybody will have a favourite. Please pop in the chat what your favourite movie of Robert's was. I have to say one of my all-time favourite movies is straight up there, which is Falling Down, where he plays the cop kind of hunting down Michael Douglas, last day of retirement. And it's just for the human element of the kind of the conversations he's having with his wife who wants him to retire and stuff like that, all the way through the movie. Just amazing film. Efren, have you got a favourite from Roberts?
He was such a good actor, and just acting came so natural to him. You know, just seemed like an ordinary, everyday kind of guy. I mean, there was this one movie I remember. I see on the bottom right-hand side with John Travolta called Phenomenon.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
I haven't seen that in such a long time, but that just seeing that sticks out of my mind. You know, he was that role he played. But the Godfather movies too. You know, he was like the consigliere, if I'm pronouncing it right, the lawyer for them. And there's so many to name. I mean, you just can't name one. He was in The Natural with Robert Redford, you know, all these movies. So, yeah, you know,
you're reminding us there. I haven't seen Phenomenon for years, and it's one of my favourites. There's that great scene, isn't there, with Data from Star Trek, Brett Spinner, where he asks him, you know, if a person was born on such and such, how old is he today? And he just keeps asking him, well, give us some specifics, whereabouts, what time, what you know, it's just superb, really good. Mr. Keegan, you that familiar with Mr. Duvall?
Yeah, I've seen a good chunk of these movies here. I'm not being funny. I thought he died a few years ago, so I was actually kind of surprised because I don't think I've seen him in anything in a while. Falling Down, I'm a huge fan of. Love that movie. I think it's really underrated. Godfather, obviously classic. Crazy Heart with Jeff Bridges I love that movie as well. So I know he's a phenomenal actor. Like, these are considered some of the best movies of all time. You know, so he has a huge legacy.
Yeah. No, you're right. Sorrel, how about you, pal?
The Godfather for me, mate. He'll always be the Godfather. And the consigliere, like you say, is the lawyer, isn't he, for the family and that. Yeah. Very good.
Cracking. So yeah, very sad to hear of his passing. Let's just see what the chat are saying. Where can tonight go from here? Has Efren been robbed? Room's looking a bit spare, bit bare.
I got rid of the desk in the back. I just wanted to get rid of it, so I'm going to paint the room and redo it a little bit. But yes, you know, more to come.
Are you moving things around so you've got space for your enterprise, Efren? Is that what you're doing? You need some good space for that, don't you?
I don't even want to touch that thing. I keep on thinking if I bump into it, it's going to fall apart.
Just explode.
Yeah. So I should just throw it off my roof.
Yes, see if it flies.
Yeah.
One of my favourite TV series, Lonesome Dove. Yeah, it's a class.
Yeah.
Falling Down, love it. Days of Thunder. Long time since I've seen that as well, but again, another great one. MASH is a great watch. Rest in peace. Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Gone in 60 Seconds. Bit of Nick Cage. Lone Ranger with Costner. Don't think I've seen. Was he in the Lone Ranger film, Wayne?
I don't know. But he, in that pictures that you showed, he was in To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. That was a long time ago.
I'm not sure it's Lone Ranger. Is it Long Range? Kevin Costner's not been in a Lone Ranger thing, has
I
he?
don't think Kevin Costner's been.
No, I think that might be a typo. It might be Long Range or something like that.
The Godfather showing at Cineworld this weekend. Oh, that's very cool.
Tickets for that booked.
Not seeing the Godfather movies. I have to be honest, guys, and I'm going to get shot with you. I don't think I've seen the Godfather.
Really?
I think I've probably seen bits of it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think I've actually watched the full film. So yeah.
I watched the first two on a plane. I was on a transatlantic flight and watched that. Just I have enough time to watch the two of them. So yeah, they're phenomenal. I think
I'll have to go back and give it a go. There's a new Star Trek coming out in 2 weeks where Uhura gets sent back to 1963. Oh, that sounds interesting, Fuzzy. I've not seen that one.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I'll have to check that one out. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're well, even lads. I thought it was washed up boy band when I loaded the screen and saw you four. How dare you? We're just doing a comeback tour. That's what's happening here. Joe Kid, Godfather trilogy. Efren making room for his dips. Lone Ranger, he means. Ah, right.
no Long Range, Peter.
Oh, Long Range. Long Range, can't read it. I haven't got my glasses on. Long Range, he means. Never heard of that one either. I know he wasn't in Godfather 3, but still a cracking movie. All the Rangers. Oh, wow, Pete, watch it and enjoy. I will. I'll give it a go. That's one I have to put on my list. So, yeah, very sad news of the passing of Robert Duvall. But, guys, I have to say, this is going to sound awfully morbid, but I do think we are all of the age now where a lot of our favourite actors and big classic actors, we're going to get more and more of this, aren't we? Time moves on, sadly. So, yeah, it is very sad, very sad. But what a full life he's had and what a great legacy to leave behind. Mr. Keegan, Jason Momoa is to star in Helldivers movie from the Fast and Furious director.
Yeah, Justin Lin has been attached for a little while. I think you want kind of bombastic action sequences, so I'm not necessarily I don't think the story needs to be that great in this, so I'm not really that. Jason Momoa is an interesting choice. I suppose I'm curious because the games. There's obviously the wider narrative of the war that's going on, but there's no individual characters in this. So who's I'm assuming Jason Momoa plays the lead Helldiver character, and they're telling an actual human story, So I'm more just fascinated about that, unless he is a drill sergeant kind of character, which I think that could be fun, But the movie itself should just be action sequence after action sequence and just people.
I mean, it's basically just Starship Troopers, is it not?
It is literally Starship Troopers meets, Skynet Terminator meets kind of War of the Worlds sort of thing, depending on what factions they put in the movie. But
I mean, I'm excited, but I have to. Right. He has a. We should be doing Efren's hot take show. He has a hot take. Jason Momoa just plays Jason Momoa in every friggin' film he's in.
He was in a movie recently with Dave Bautista.
Yeah, I saw that.
I liked it. I thought it was entertaining, So
I suppose
but he was playing Jason Momoa, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Oh, he's the charismatic. I suppose the character he plays in Dune, Duncan in Dune. That kind of character, I think, would fit this. If he is the drill sergeant or something like that, or the guy, we want you kind of fella,
Yeah.
I'm just fascinated how this is gonna come together.
Have you played the game, Sorrel?
No, I don't have a PlayStation 4, so I can't play it.
PlayStation 5.
PlayStation.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. We'll see. Not a lot of love in the chat for this one. Be Dog Poo, I Spy a flop, potentially. Yeah, potentially.
I don't know, because this could be a Minecraft thing where just all the fans go to see it because they're so hardcore. There's so many people play that game, so it could be. I wouldn't be shocked if it makes $400 or $500 million.
$400 to $500 million.
Hell, Minecraft made $1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not as optimistic as James, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
That's Uncharted made $400 million. I don't think
that was a masterpiece. That was a masterpiece.
But they've got to make it appeal to the wider audience, not just gamers. That's the thing. They've got to get their just balance just right on there.
So just a Jason Momoa action comedy
film,
war.
I think
that's that'll do all right. Sci-fi,
By the director of Fast and Furious.
To be fair, Fast and Furious makes money, to be fair. That's why they've got 10 sequels.
Somehow. Make billions.
Dog shit. I go and see every one of them because my mate makes us go and see them.
So you should, for the family.
For the family. I mean, the last one was okay, but yeah.
Let's
Jesse
not forget
Jackson
it's a
died.
franchise that was built around stealing video VHS players. That's where the franchise comes from.
Yeah. Noir nasties. Ice White Flop. Threads of Destinies, that Star Trek book. I'll have to check that one out. It looks good. I remember Jason Momoa in his early Stargate Atlantis. About 20 years ago, I remember that. He was also in Game of Thrones, wasn't he? First season.
Khal Drogo. He's so good in that. Yeah, he's great in that.
Momoa's the new Jason Statham. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Ash. He hasn't been the same guy since he broke up with his missus. Didn't know he had broke up with his missus.
He's dating that girl that was in the Star Wars film show on what was it called? Rogue One. You know the actor Cassian.
Yeah. Diego Luna.
Yeah, that was his girlfriend. He's dating her in real life now. Shows what I catch up on.
See, you've got your finger on the pulse, Efren. Fuzzy could be also mine. Not James. That's how it works. Very true.
That's called an opinion. Fuzzy. Thank you for pointing that out.
It's a wrong opinion. It was lovely cover as well. Has Momoa ever played a video game? God only knows. Phil trained him. Good stuff. Phil. Speaking of dog shit, Peter, I watched Predator Bad Ones and began dreadful boring. How dare you?
Oh no!
How dare you? He divorced Lisa Bonnet in 2004.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we talked briefly about this last week, guys. We got the Spider Noir trailer. They're not saying Spider-Man for some reason. I was quite taken aback at how many potential bad guys we've got from the Spider universe. And yeah, I don't know why. I thought this was going to be quite restricted, but we've got Sandman there. We've got potentially what looks a bit like Electro. We've got Man Spider. We've then got Mr. Negative on the bottom there in his white suit. And then we've got the Molten Man. Efren, which of those has got you most excited to see on the screen?
Well, then none of them are really my favorite bad guys. So, since I know him the most, I would probably say Sandman. Just see what they do with this character. I'm surprised, too, they have so many bad guys on there, So
I do wonder if we'll get a full Sandman kind of reveal, do you know what I mean? Or if these are going to be gangster version kind of things or something. Though saying that, there's no getting away from the fact Man, Spider, Molten Man, and if that is Electro, they look pretty special effect heavy. So we might get a Sandman. I don't know.
I'll tell you who would be perfect for this would be Hammerhead. He's a gangster. So I'm not sure who's going to be in this, but I think he'd be perfect for this show.
Yeah. Well, we've got Silvermane in it as well, haven't we?
Okay.
Who's I'm not that familiar with the character, but he's the old dude that creates the.
Like
does he create the Spider Slayers? I think, or is that Smythe or something?
That's Smythe.
Yeah.
The other guy, he created like a cyborg of himself, for himself. So yeah, an older guy.
Yeah, it's just a head on a robot body, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorrel, any of these jump out at you?
Not really. Not gonna lie.
No, you not excited about this show?
Not really. It's going to be interesting. I'll watch it, but I'm not jumping out my seat for it. It looks alright.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cracking. It's got Nick Cage in it.
That doesn't necessarily bode well.
You're not allowed on this show anymore.
I love Nick Cage, mate. I love Nick Cage, but I don't think he's right for this. And the fact that they're steering away from Spider-Man Peter Parker and forcing him to be Ben Reilly, and they're just changing so much about everything. It's just, I'm not interested now.
Well, technically Ben Reilly is Peter Parker, so
Technically on it, yeah, but it's like they're deliberately avoiding using the Peter Parker Spider-Man name to make this something different. Yeah. It's changing everything. It's changing the entire.
I think it's a very surface level change. I don't think it's that big a deal, really, is it?
It's just if they're going to start changing that, everything else is going to change as well. They're going to change so much, I reckon. It's anything like a comic book.
This is a fun, silly offshoot universe. So, the thing I'm excited about looking at this is that, we're actually getting these characters being used. Because we've had these shitty turning the villain into the hero kind of movies from Sony for the last few years, and so seeing a Spider-Man story with Spider-Man villains, multiple ones in one project, I think that's pretty cool. So I'm excited. Sandman, Electro, they're gonna be cool. I'm really hoping the version of Doc Ock from the comics is gonna be in this because I think that's a really cool interpretation of him. Green Goblin in this universe is really cool as well, and Mr. Negative is a character I love as well. So I thought he was back before we learned more about the movie. He was going to be the brand new day villain. So seeing him in this, I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think visually really cool.
in the comic book Spider-Verse, there's so many different Spider-Men who are not Peter Parker.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see. You know, keep fingers crossed. But we're going to watch it in black and white. So.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm surprised at the fact that we've got Man Spider looking like Man Spider. I don't know why. I thought when we first heard of this and we saw the first kind of trailers, yes, it's a man in a silly costume, but I thought it was going to be more gritty, noir, kind of grounded.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Gangster type stuff. I wasn't expecting as much proper Marvel bad guys.
Same. It was a nice surprise, to be honest. And you know, there's multiple villains that we've not seen the noir version of. So to see that kind of interpretation, I think is gonna be really cool as well.
Yes, good stuff. Let's sort of chat. Saying Jason getting his dream role of Lobo though, so we'll see if he changes anything. Yeah, we'll see. The Sandman fight is supposedly movie quality. It held up filming a few weeks ago. Okay, that's interesting, Fuzzy. Oh yeah. In the trailer, I hear what you're saying, Sorrel, about Nick Cage. He's not dialed it down. He's not dialed it down.
I'm just not the biggest Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man's not my hero. I'm just not a big fan of Spider-Man. That's I don't get excited for it.
Gonna be shocker. Didn't consider that, Chris. That'll be interesting. Noir series, though, is great to have a Spidey series of the Spider-Man starring. Yeah, can't wait to see the 1930s Electro. If it's Electro, that'd be very cool. Not sure if you'll talk about it later, but have you seen all the brand new day leaks? I have, Ellen. I nearly put them on as slides, and I decided not to because I never know these days what's real, what's not real, and do I want to discuss leaks and all that kind of stuff. But basically, we've seen, I don't know if you guys have seen it, we've seen a load of versions of the costumes. So we've seen the Scorpion and things like that. So, yeah, they look interesting. Can I replace, he's crushing the Spidey vibe. I reckon by the end of it, you'll be revealed that Riley was a fake identity and he really was Peter Parker. Interesting. Could be. Yeah, Sorrel's doing the Doom-mongers. Only missing negative in this stream is... Sorrel, you're getting some grief here, man, for the Spidey comments. Electro in
Alex Ryan, unfollow Alex Ryan clearly. Unfollow.
Electro in black and white doesn't excite me though. That is true, Fuzzy. That is true. I think you're gonna have to see some of it. I mean, I'm gonna watch it in black and white and then color. To be fair.
Yeah, I was thinking that looking at the screenshots, even is like a lot of this is gonna be lost from the color. Like I'm hoping it isn't just a turning a dial. Like they have actually like optimized. Maybe there's a stylistic, like a splash of color here and there, or something like a Sin City kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll say as someone looking at Stanley's signature right now, Spider-Man doesn't do much for me either. We'll watch Spider-Noir for novelty factor of black and white. I've not got a huge connection, to be honest, to the Spider-Noir character, but I've got a huge connection to good old Nick Cage. So that's why I'm watching this, for Nick Cage madness. Phil, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Okay, chaps, let's move on. This is an interesting one. I mean, we've talked about this lots of times before, but it's interesting that good old Todd has weighed in, saying he can sell a comic drawn by Michelangelo and written by my dog. Todd McFarlane on why art beats story every time. This is kind of rippled through the industry a little bit. There's been a couple of bigger name writers who've kind of come back at this a little bit. What do you call him? The guy who did Babylon 5, J. Michael Straczynski, kind of hit back in a very measured way. But yeah, interesting. I know we've talked about it before, guys, but what do you think about Todd coming out and saying it? Ephraim, what are your thoughts?
I'm going back to storylines like from the X-Men Chris Claremont era. I think his writing, I mean, as much as I love John Byrne's artwork, they were equal, I should say, you know. So I don't agree with that. I won't lie that when I look at a cover of a book, I'm like, wow, look at that cover, I'm going to get it. But if the story's bad, then no. You know, the story, to me, the story is more important, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that on your show a few times, haven't we? I just think I'm more, not irritated, that's not the right word, slightly disappointed with someone as big and prominent as Todd McFarlane. I mean, yes, he is predominantly an artist, so I understand his take on it, but it's a bit disrespectful to all of the writers who have worked with him, you know? James, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think I remember for the 3 questions I kind of posed this one once about like which is more important, and I think in a sense like bad art, you're not even going to give the story a chance. Like you'll open the first 2 pages or something, say I can't even look at this anymore. So like in a sense, I think you know to get people to read art, being good isn't more important. but you're not going to stick with it if the story is bad, you know. So they're both. I think they are both equally crucial, you know, to a comic being good. So yeah, I don't like somebody this big and this influential shitting on the half of the comic book industry in this way, you know.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is an equivalent to Tarantino slagging off some of the actors that he's, you know, not a fan of or whatever. It's
Punching down a bit.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, you're Todd McFarlane. Do you really need to be slagging that off? I don't know. What do you think, Sorrel? Are we making too much of it?
No, it's just that same thing of like, if they want to sell one issue, then yeah, the art can be phenomenal and the story can be dog shit. I'll buy a comic based on its cover. So I mean, but if I pick it up and it's a 5-part series, I read part 1 and the story's crap, but the art's phenomenal. I'm not picking up part 2.
That, you know what? That's a great point. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's interesting. Let's see what the chat are saying, then we'll move on. Todd talks so much shit that he does. Sorrow will be all over Gummy Noir. Gummy Bears. I love the Gummy Bears. Cracking theme tune. Actually, I might do a pop culture playback on them. I haven't done that. I'm just over the moon. We're getting more live action Spidey. So anyone curious, it's not the same Spidey from the animated films voiced by Nick Cage. That was Peter Parker. This is Ben Reilly. Yeah, that's true. Explains why his Spawn stories got shit if his dog wrote them. Have you guys read much Spawn?
No.
Not modern.
What's
Spawn,
the
Spawn.
animated series? That was phenomenal. But the comic, no.
The Spawn Slinger was good. You know, the Gunslinger one? I enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Pretty sure there's a reason a script is written before a comic is drawn. Sometimes, Andrew, but if you go back in the day, I guess the good old Marvel method was the artist used to draw the book, didn't they? And then they would come and make the story up with the art. They'd be given a very loose kind of theme to it. The artist would do whatever the hell they want, and then they would go back and they would write into the speech bubbles and all the rest of it and make the story fit the art.
Is that why some of those old books are panned by modern standards?
Yeah. Does he have a video showing his dog writing the book? He says that as a guy who started... Oh, good point, Fuzzy. Started a company with Robert Liefeld. Jesus. I think he's right, though. Well, yeah, the art does sell a lot of books. I say this as someone looking at a Mars bar. Todd is talking bollocks. I think you need both art and story to truly be a classic or iconic. If the art is bad, I won't get into it and enjoy the story. If the story is shit, I'll tire of the book. Absolutely, yeah. Todd has a fair point, but I only support that from half the crap CGI we've had the past 10 years. Superman's moustache, yeah. He hasn't said he'd get anyone to read the fucking thing. He's right. It would be easier to sell a comic. Yeah. Pod Racing, Palpatine, hello there. Yeah, you're right, Chris. To sell a book, it would be better because it jumps off the shelf, doesn't it?
And cover buys and stuff is a big thing as well, isn't it? People just buy it just for the cover art. So,
Does Todd have credit for the Dogman movie last year? A couple of just very, very quick things, guys. I don't know if you have heard the noise about this, but apparently there's a lot of stuff being kind of hinted at that we're going to get a pretty epic Magneto scene within Doomsday. I think we spoke a while ago, either last week or the week before, about the fact that Ian McKennell accidentally let slip at an interview about a big scene. We didn't say what it was, just so we don't do spoilers, but he let slip something fairly major. We've then since heard a number of outlets have reported that there's going to be a pretty epic Doom versus Magneto battle. This has got us really excited, because I don't think we've ever really seen in the movies Magneto really cut loose in a massive way. Well, saying that, we saw him pull down the bridge, didn't we?
Yeah. That's the highlight of that movie, I think, is that moment. Yeah.
So yeah, quite excited for that. Looking forward to seeing what comes.
I would just like to see him do it more creative, like, because I think in X-Men 2, my favorite scene is when he pulls the iron out of the guy's blood. Like, I thought that was so clever.
It makes little balls into discs and things.
And starts smashing up the cell. Then, so like, I would like to see like a more creative use of his powers in that way. I think that's what I'm kind of hoping for, because otherwise it's just him throwing shit at Doom. That, you know, so what's going to be epic about that?
We've not had him. My brain trying to remember the old movies. We've not had him rip the adamantium out of Wolverine on screen, have we?
No.
We've had him control Wolverine. He's never ripped.
Yeah, he lifted him and moved his arms and stuff.
He did that thing where he bent his claws, didn't he? He did that thing where he bent his claws at first one. That makes me cringe every time watching that.
It would be pretty cool to see him do the whole pulling of the adamantium out of his body. That would be pretty impressive. 24 people watching. Thank you so much, everybody. Please do make sure you hit like, subscribe, and thumbs up, and give everybody's channels a follow, please. It would be much, much appreciated. Peach Momoko sent a little something saying thank you to all the fans because her Ultimate X-Men comic is coming to an end. Yeah, I didn't particularly like that book at all, but I know some people did. So nice that she's reached out to the fans and thanked them. I think she, from everything I've heard, I mean, Efren, you've met her. From everything I've heard, she seems like a real class act, to be honest.
Yes.
So yeah. So it's anybody reading the X-Men book?
I started reading it, but then since everything you say, I basically do when it comes to comic books. You said don't read it, so I did it. I didn't read that Nightmare one from DC because you told me don't waste your time, so I didn't read it. So
Yeah,
no,
that's a good
I
point.
didn't finish reading it.
So everything I say you do with comics, in which case, Efren, I'd like you to send us your AF-15. If you could just
Okay.
get that packed up and sent, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll send you the facsimile.
Infernal Hulk is coming to an end. There's been a lot of excitement about this. People saying, "Oh, the series failed" and stuff like that. It hasn't. It's just a bit like Moon Knight. The writer had a set 10-issue kind of limit. So this era is ending, but it's going to be picked up straight after this with a new series, which is pretty interesting. I've enjoyed the Infernal Hulk. Any of you guys reading Infernal Hulk?
I've been reading it too, and I agree. I've been enjoying it. I just so tired of. We've talked about this before. Just them starting a #1 again on a book. Just do whatever number they're at. I mean, I guess it sells. That's why they do it. Yeah. But I just don't like it myself.
We were talking at the weekend, Efren, that they've relaunched Moon Knight again with another issue #1, and it's crap. I've read it. Just need to give it a rest. To give it a bit of a rest. Let's see what the chat are saying, chaps. X-Men 2 best scene is definitely the opening.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the best scenes in any cartoon. Sorry, any comic book movie. I think is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I liked him as Nightcrawler as well. I'm glad we're getting him back.
Yeah.
Alan Cumming. How does that work? When Doom is in a metal costume, he could crush him in seconds. Well, you would think so. Maybe that's what we're going to see. We'll see. He pulls Wolverine's skeleton in the X-Men 97 animated show. Nice. Yeah. Great scene, that in the comics. Absolutely great. Not yet, Bethany. I'm trying to avoid them as best I can. Here's hoping the next Hulk series isn't picked up by Todd's dog. Yeah, absolutely. Just wanted to mention this, guys. I don't know if any of you have read these two books in particular. This is I forgot what it's called. Bleeding Hearts, sorry. It's in the title. This is Bleeding Hearts #1. Really good book if you've not read it yet. I reviewed it at the weekend. Basically, it's about a zombie apocalypse where we can hear what the zombies are saying. They're talking to each other in normal language. And this one zombie realizes that his heart started to beat. So he's scared he's going to get eaten by the other zombies. It's an absolutely cracking little story. Rushed back for second printing. Again, this is a one to watch. If you can get a hold of a copy, recommend you do so. And it follows in the footsteps of Dork #1, which came out 2 weeks ago now. Was absolutely insane at the comic shop. Flew off the shelves. Current prices, people are saying you can get it on eBay and things like that for around about £100. So it's absolutely shot up in value. So much so that you can't find it on the shelves. Well, I certainly can't find it on the shelves.
Who's printing Bleeding Hearts? Is that an Image comic as well?
It's I want to say Image. I think it's Image. Yeah. So yeah, cracking little series. From what I've heard, Dork, well worth checking out if you can get yourself a copy. And it's kind of on the boots of Absolute Batman #1, which has been out for a long time, but has got a whole host of new printings and is selling for very, very, very high numbers. If you can get yourself a first print. But I wanted to ask you guys, this for me feels very much like back in the day when you get onto Fomo and people are rushing out to get comics, and some of these books will do well, I have no doubt. I really don't see Absolute Batman in the volumes it was printed in maintaining high price for a long, long time. So I wanted to know, when's the last time you guys got caught up in FOMO? When's the last time you kind of rushed out to get something? Not necessarily because you want to read the story, but because you think everybody else has got it, I need to go and jump and get one. Efren, how about yourself?
Recently, I don't buy hardly any more new comic books, but a few years ago, I got I bought a lot of the Spider Boy books. You know, just on a hunch that and I got them graded and CGC'd, and you know, I took them to San Diego Comic-Con. Had a bunch of them signed by Humberto Ramos, and that's about the last time, so a few years ago. You know, that I was keeping how this character's going to take off, which he didn't. But
that book was all over. I mean, he got his own little series and stuff for a good while. I don't know if he's still around. I'm presuming he's still around.
Coming up in a new series too with other spiders. Yeah. So I got about between 6 and 10 of them graded by. You know,
really?
That was recent, yeah. It was quite expensive, you know, with the signature and CGC and all that stuff.
Let me know in the chat, guys, if you've been caught up in FOMO, and if you have, what have you picked up? It might be a whole host of variant covers. It might be one of these books on screen. What have you felt you've been caught up with FOMO? James, how about yourself? I mean, you don't buy a lot of new comics, do you? So
no, I sort of I back in like the 2021 or whatever, when there was like the big hype of comics, like everything kind of exploded. I went like all in on like Punchline, that character. It was just a character I like. But I just bought loads of variants, and I bought like multiple first.
Was that not mine and yours first interaction?
Yeah, you were selling some, and I was looking to buy it, and then we wound up not buying it in the end. But yeah, and like I got the graded ones, like tons of raws and everything, and just like down. Gone,
they were
like,
pushing her as the next Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and I thought the character was cool, and I thought, this is a character primed for like an appearance in the Harley Quinn TV show, or one of the DC TV series or something like that. They never really did. Like, she's, I like the character. I have a Funko Pop and an action figure and stuff anyway. But I was like thinking this is going to be a big thing, and then it never was. And then I generally, any comic I've ever bought like as a spec kind of thing or whatever has just ended up tanking. So I think I just did buy at the worst possible moment I got into it, like, and then everything went down. So I just don't buy speculative anymore, or like I stay away from FOMO now because I've just been burned too much with it.
I try very hard to not get into the FOMO stuff anymore. I think, to be fair, Bleeding Hearts and Dork and Batman, all three of those are slightly different because they're all ones that I would read because of the story. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't rush to get them because of... Yeah, but in that case, I'm happy enough to buy them in trade paperback, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. But I'm going to come to the comments after we've gone to Sorrel, but Fuzzy's just mentioned a really good one there. Mark Spear's Monsters, I think, is 98% FOMO for a lot of people. The book itself is not that good. I know, Jesus, you can't say that without all kinds of YouTube gods attacking you. But these covers are nice, but yeah, not sure. Sorrel, how about yourself? Any FOMO stories?
Yes, I've been caught up in FOMO twice with comics. One was for the Three Jokers, where they had the little playing cards in the friggin'
I got them as well.
Fell out with that. And then
but that was sorry, Sorrel. That was a real weird one because that was very much sold as the definitive kind of answer to Joker's origin, and that's why people jumped in it, because they thought this is going to be great. And then when they actually, there was even a link from Doomsday Clock to say this is what's going to kind of happen. Yep. And then when they released it, it was a black label or whatever, so it was an alternate universe. It wasn't even in continuity. So it was like a load of shite.
And I was reading the Doomsday Clock one at the time as well, when they crossed over. I was so excited for this thing, and then it was just crap. But then I fell for it again with Batman's Wedding. I bought all the stupid tie-ins and all the special fucking covers, and the Batman's Wedding with Catwoman. I fell for that one.
That didn't last long, did it?
Oh, ridiculous! They made such a song and dance about that event as well.
Yeah.
All different tie-in books and that.
Let's see what the chat are saying, guys. Terry, 25 watching, only 5 thumbs up. Go on, guys, they're not that bad. Good point, Terry. Good point. Please do hit that thumbs up, ladies and gents. It would be much appreciated. Did Sorrel get his dork? It hasn't arrived yet, has it?
So my comic book guy's got him. I've asked him for Bleeding Hearts. He's not been back in touch with me yet. I'm picking him up on Sunday though when I go to Wakefield. So I'm waiting to pick everything. I've got 3 weeks. I've got 3 weeks worth of books to pick up, Pete. I think you'll have to give Bleeding Hearts a read if you can get a hold of a copy and let me know what you think, because I really enjoyed that. I messaged him after seeing your review on it and Fuzzy recommending it. So
that's right. Bleeding Hearts is Vertigo, new Vertigo line. Yeah, I think it's about 20 new 9.8 a day for Absolute Batman. Its price is absolutely not sustainable. Couldn't agree more, Chris. Couldn't agree more. I sold all my rows for exactly that reason. I was going to send them and get them. I remember talking to you about it, Sorrel. I was going to send them and get them graded.
By the time it gets
And
back
then I
to
thought
you.
by the time I send them, they come back. That's what, 4 to 6 months? Nobody will give a flying shit about Absolute Batman by that point. So I sold 8 copies for around about £100 each. So did really well on that, really. Bear in mind, I paid cover price for them. Spider-Boy deserves this kind of love, doesn't he, Efren? I know you agree. He's a hero of a generation. Chris was a big fan of Spider-Boy. Yeah. Mine was Mark Spears 1. I got 3 copies for cover price, including the Bride cover, and never cashed in. Still stuck with them all, and I've got off them. Yeah, I think Mark Spears' shine is starting to fade, to be honest, Fuzzy. I think there are still a lot of people who are pushing him very, very hard. There are a lot of YouTubers who are absolutely pushing him very hard. But I don't know. I think the shine is starting to dull a little. Nice to see Arrowfire. I hope you're doing well, bud. Please go check out Arrowfire's channel for some stunning Transformers content. Arrowfire, I don't know if you've seen, I've got a slide for it later on. There's a phenomenal Matrix of Leadership prop coming out. I bought a crappy one a while ago, but I'm going to buy this one. I think it's about 120 quid. Comes with a stand. Don't know if you guys have seen it. We'll talk later on. But it actually pulls apart. You can pull it open and it lights up. Looks spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Being Sorrel said what he did. Blatant plug. My latest video covers the last 3 weeks worth of books I've received, including a thanks to Peter. Very cool. Go check out Terry's new video. Is it out now, Terry? Is it? Go check out on it. I haven't seen that one yet. Sell the monsters. Fuzzy should still get good dollar for the number ones you have. 80 quid on Star Action figures. Ooh, right. I know what I'm doing after the show. I'll be buying one of those buttes.
Spider-Boy, Pete, was that the one that they brought back Amazing Fantasy for?
No, that was...
Who's that on the front cover of Amazing Fantasy?
Was that not...
They brought back Amazing Fantasy, didn't they? And they brought a bunch back, didn't they? Because I've got them ones. I know
Arcania? Is it Arcania? White t-shirt, red spider, red goggles?
Yeah. And he had like the weird like side thing, like the big long...
Yeah. You'll remember her, Sorrel, for a starring role in Madam Web. Yeah, she was one of the random spider creature characters in that you got to see in costume for a 5-second glimpse at the end or something.
I've got them books somewhere where you know he likes that. You just said that film probably brought prices down on that frigging thing.
Absolutely, yeah. Spider Boy was a really cool character in a he's a little kid, isn't he? But he's got fangs and stuff, Efren, from memory.
Yeah, little kid's like under 10 years old, I think. You know, yeah.
Looks very cool. Efren, I know you're a big Mary Jane fan. We know Mary Jane has been Venom for a little while now, and a geek, big, masculine Venom body. She's now getting our own redesign, as it were, which is basically a thinner, sexier looking Venom with red hair and a great big grin. Not gonna lie, not interested in the slightest of this. Boils my urine that Mary Jane is a Venom character. Don't get that at all. But I do like that design. I think that looks pretty cool. What do you think, Efren?
Yeah, I like it too. You know, I still think it should be Eddie Brock Venom. You know, but yeah, I mean, it almost reminds me that I thought it was an X on her chest there for a second. Looks like
it does, doesn't it?
You know, so yeah, it looks more like her. You know, I thought she'd be. I thought I read somewhere that another person was going to be Venom again. You know,
there is. There's another Venom character coming out.
Okay.
Because there was a rumor that it was going to be J.J. Jameson, which is just mental, just bloody mental.
I'll tell you which Venom character I like, but they got rid of the symbiote with Black Widow when she became Venom for a while. I liked her character, but she's a Black Widow, and it just kind of went together, you know. So, but they killed off that symbiote, you know. So.
And they've done Gwen recently as well, like Gwenum or something that they call it.
Yeah, I think there's a Gwenum. Yeah,
Gwenum.
Everybody's had a symbiote. Everybody. If you're in a comic, you can have one. They just give them away with cereal packets.
Yeah.
Fuzzy doesn't like those characters. I got into them a while ago, Fuzzy, with the oh god, what was the run of books? There was a run of Captain America books where every issue was it was just silly, really, but every issue was a different variant of Captain America, or not a variant, sorry, it was a different person being Captain America.
Exiles?
No, it wasn't Exiles.
He went across country.
That's right. He went across country inspiring people to be Captain America.
Oh, okay.
So there was like a Native American version of Captain America. There was a Latino, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I got all of those first appearances of the different versions of Cap in that character design cover. And I quite liked them, but then, yeah, they're not something I would go off and continue collecting.
That was Fomo for you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah. Okie dokie. James, come to you. I know we've talked about Darkman on the show on Friday night, but Liam Neeson has said that he would love to work with Sam on it and be part of this franchise. I don't know how he could, but I'm all for that. What do you think?
I would have thought, like, if because we were talking about like they want to do like a legacy sequel and just go back to the first movie and do a sequel to that. I would have thought like Sam Raimi. I would have thought would have been a producer. It would be cool if he came back to direct it. But I would have assumed Liam Neeson would have been coming back to star in it anyway. So,
I mean, it would be pretty cool. Sorrel, you're a fan of the Darkman. Have you seen the Darkman movie?
I've never seen the Darkman movie.
We'll have to watch it. Honestly, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, very keen on that. Looking forward to that one. Efren, have you seen Darkman?
Oh yeah, I seen it when it first came out. I agree. It was such a good movie. You know, I would like to see a modern take on it. It's been over 20 years easily or more since the first one came out. You know,
It's a class. It's a cracker. Sorrel, I'm going to come to you because I know nothing about Pokemon.
Like I assume that I do.
Well, you just yeah.
I know about this though. So Logan Paul announced this on WB last night.
So
he sold his bloody his most expensive Pokemon card.
16 million for a Pokemon. I mean, I'm assuming that all of that gold is a good chunk of that as well.
I'm guessing the chain and that's got to be worth something. Yeah, because Logan Paul like that though. It's the graded card that's worth the money, I believe. And
so apparently the bloke
he put
that
the chain and shit on it, didn't he? He added all that crap to it.
Apparently
I feel
the
like
bloke
he paid 10 for it. I think
he did. He paid 10
that's
for it.
just the card. Yeah, with the grade on it. Like
yeah.
Fuzzy's jumped in there. You're absolutely right, Fuzzy. That's what I was just about to say. Former White House comms director, their son bought the card.
Scaramouche, the
For
moose.
16. Do you do the fandango? 16 million. 16 million for a Pokemon card.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
That's another. I know it sounds like who could be that big a fan of Pokemon with that kind of money to throw around or whatever. But I think like this could be an investment thing. This is something of like this is going to be worth more in 5 or 10 years because it's a one of a kind of item.
What is the character? That's
Charizard. It's a shiny.
That doesn't say Charizard, does it?
Pretty sure it's Charizard.
I thought it was
No,
that's Pikachu. It's Pikachu, isn't it?
Pikachu under.
Was it not a shiny Charizard or something?
No.
It was a different card.
It's a Pikachu designer card. It's a one-off card, isn't it? It doesn't
Okay.
There's only like I think there's only this one in existence. I think.
Oh,
I
right.
may be wrong, but I know it's like a one-off card, isn't it? And it's worth an absolute fortune. And didn't he get offered a bit more? I can't remember now, but it was on that Netflix show, wasn't it? King of Collectibles or whatever.
Right.
And they were trying to buy it from him on that TV show, weren't they? And they were leading right up to it, and then he didn't sell it in the end.
How much does anybody remember? How much that Magic the Gathering card went for? Because what was that one? The ring card or something? Yeah.
It was over $1 million, I think. I think he sent it off to get graded, and then it wound up selling for $1 million or something.
Just mental. Mental. But yeah, I mean, if you've got that, as we've said before when we're talking about like the Superman issue and stuff like that, the people that are buying this are that kind of money. That kind of money must still mean something to you, even, but if you can drop 16 million on a card,
It's crazy.
you must be pretty well off, mustn't you?
Comic book, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Canadian Survivalist, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Darkman's a classic. Absolutely, pal. Love it. The only person I dislike more than Jake Paul is Logan Paul. Yeah, can't stand either of them, I have to say. Former White House comms director. Yeah. Some mug bought this shit. He paid $5 million for it, apparently. Wow. That's a good profit margin, then. That's a very good profit margin, because it can't imagine it was that long ago. $1 million for the Magic the Gathering. That's right, and Post Malone bought it. I remember that now.
He bought it not long before he joined WWE, because he came out on, was it WrestleMania, and he had it around his frigging neck, and he was scared
Logan?
Logan Paul, because he was scared the entire time, because he was just sat at ringside while he was wrestling, and then he had to go get it again before he went backstage. That card's worth millions, and he just brought it out on a chain at WrestleMania and wore it.
Insanity.
Crazy.
Right, chaps, we've got the negative zone, but we're going to flip it around a little bit and we're going to do the positive zone. I want to start off because I want to say a massive thank you to my pal Efren. I've not really talked much to you guys lately because I like to keep things to myself, but we've been going through some interesting stuff at home here, and it's kind of accumulated today when Thomas has finally got his joining instructions. So my son will be heading off at the end of May to join the army as a dog handler. So mixed emotions, shall we say. So it was rather an emotional day. And then a box arrived through the post from Efren, which I wasn't expecting. Efren, just want to say a massive, massive thank you. He sent us a load of these, the delicious Thin Mints.
Thin Mints.
Yeah, they are lush. So what do you call it? It's the Girl Scouts, the Girl Scouts of America. A couple of comic books, my absolute favourites. So bagged, polybagged versions. I don't think I ever had the white one, Efren. I don't think I ever had the white one. Boxes and boxes of these. So pleased about those. Some of these. Had those the last time. I think you sent them, Efren. They were lush. Don't think
What
you
do
sent
you
us
do,
these
proper
ones.
Girl Scout? Jesus Christ, that they carry these in America.
He's got them locked downstairs. I don't think you sent us these ones the last time. Rocky Road ice cream. Yeah, these look nice.
These are new. They came out this year.
Rocky Road ice cream inspired cookies filled with flavors of chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond creme. Peanut butter patties. It just never ends. Boxes and boxes. And some shortbread. So a huge thank you, Efren. It really did come at just the right time. And it was massively appreciated. Mr. Keegan, there was a little note in here for you before you start crying. For James, when you see him.
Oh,
well,
thank you, Efren. I appreciate that. Yay.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I can't guarantee anything.
Okay,
You know,
fair enough.
yeah.
Thank you.
But
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
I just wanted to say a huge thank you, Efren. I really do appreciate that. It came at the right time.
You're welcome.
So, for the rest of you guys, anything positive you want to talk about that's happened over the last week or so?
Before you do, Big, can I just say, you know that box of shortbread that you got from the Disney parks there? I once went to Florida, we saw that and bought a load of them, then realised that they came from fucking England in the first place. So I went to America to bring back a box of shortbread from fucking Scotland.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they come from England and they're shipped out to America, which I found hilarious. I brought it back.
I have to say, shortbread's one of my faves, so we'll be looking forward to dunking that in with cups of tea. So thanks, pal. So we'll start with Efren. Anything positive happened in your world this week?
Gosh, not that something positive. It rained here, and that's a positive thing because in Southern California it doesn't rain that much. We need I sent you guys a video how hard it was raining here. You know? The positive that it did rain here because we don't get a lot of rain in Southern California. You know, so I know it's a boring positive, but you know, right off the top of my head, I mean, that's to think of that it's raining here. You know, so.
No, very nice, very nice. It must be. It's different for you guys, I guess, but it's. You know, I think we just get used to the rain over here.
It's rained every day since the start of the year. Like literally, it has rained at some point every day.
James, positivity from yourself, my friend.
Like I said, I was went to go see my favorite musician on Thursday, so I just looked on the gigs and I had a few drinks after, met some people, like pretty much just, I have said a perfect day for me includes a Sean James gig, so I that was pretty much the highlight of my week. I also tried oysters for the first time earlier this week. And I thought they were nice, actually. They were in like this sort of like kind of spicy, lemony kind of ceviche kind of like sauce on it, and I was like, these aren't bad at all.
Look at this face.
Had a bit of like salt and chili squid with it. It was pretty good.
Nice. I've had that before. It's good.
Yeah,
Big
nice.
slimy snot.
Yeah.
Mr. Sorrel, anything from yourself?
Well, as you know, today a lot of the streaming services around the world went down. Big outage on Cloudflare. So it's days like today that I'm glad I still collect physical media. And I went to the charity shops this week and I picked up a bunch of good stuff. I was going to say a bit of that. I love the charity shops and people are just giving away DVDs now. But Jason Goes to Hell, haven't found that in print in years. Finally got a copy of Jason X, so I've now officially finished all my Jasons. But my favourite thing was I got a really cool lenticular cover
nice.
of the Ring.
I like that.
How cool is that? And that's the Japanese version. It's got all 3 films in it and includes a short movie that apparently has not been in print for a long time called Sleeping Bride. Looking forward to watching those.
I can't remember if it was this show or if it was the show we did last week. After that, where I was talking about graded. We talked about physical media and we were talking about graded videos and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you were going to buy a video, weren't you? Did you buy it, Pete?
I did, yeah.
Pete.
I messaged Chris Bell straight after. Yeah, I bought Batman '89 on VHS, graded copy. Yeah, I couldn't resist. Chris, Sesame Street comic for the win. Pop that in the positive zone. So I've never expected you to be so happy with that. Chris won as part of his winnings for being a channel member. He won that. I wasn't expecting him to be very excited.
Why did you buy that, Pete? Why did you buy it originally?
I have not a clue. Because it was there. That's probably as best as I'm going to get. Wayne, your son is a hero in my eyes. He's joining the thank you, pal. Thank you. Mixed emotions, but yeah, very proud of him. Positive zone for me. My nephew was born around 10 a.m. this morning. Can't wait to meet. Oh, mate, that's lush. That's absolutely lush. Can I just suggest Peter as a name? It's nice. Got a nice round feel. Lots of people saying congratulations. I wasn't involved in any of the progress, but thanks, Chris. Positive note, my missus hasn't pissed me off in the last 5 minutes. That's very good. That's very good, yeah. Lots of congratulations. Shortbread is Scottish. England, my arse. That is very true. 2 days dry. 2 dry days and 4 days. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Did you pull Keegas?
I don't kiss and tell fuzzies.
That's a no. Oysters are yummy. Not so sure. Okay, guys, let's just very quickly have a little look at what comics are coming out this week. I've had a quick squint through. It's a bit of a lean week. Again, as usual, chaps, shout out if there's any of these books that are jumping out at you. Absolute Batman for me. Yes, I'll continue reading that. We've got Poison Ivy in the fray, which has been pretty cool. I've not read a Nightwing book for a while. Any of you guys reading Nightwing?
Yeah, I'm still reading Nightwing.
It's still good, Efren. Is it decent?
Yeah. I mean, I'm so used to reading it now, so I just keep on reading it. Nothing fantastic about it, for I can remember. But yeah, it's still an enjoyable book for me to read. You know.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. World's Finest. I know, Efren, you've been reading that. Good image of Owlman and Ultraman there. So I like the look of that. I dropped Spider-Man. I went back on it, thought it was canny, and then dropped off it again a little bit.
I've got Uncanny X-Men on my list this week because of Morbius and the vampires are going to be in this one. So I'm hoping we're going to see a Jubilee vampire again for a while. But yeah, the vampires are going to be back in it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping that they might put Dracula in there as well, but we'll have to see. It's just Morbius announced so far. But it sounds good.
I liked when she was a vampire. You know?
She stayed a vampire for a while, didn't she?
Yeah. She did. But this is the first time, you know, he said the other day, there's been some characters that we've not seen for a long time from the monsters. This book is going to feature Frankenstein's monster, the living mummy, and Manphibian for the first time in ages.
Oh, wow.
So I'm excited for that. I'm hoping they're going to try and maybe revive sort of a Monster Legion kind of thing with Morbius and that again. That could be cool.
Yeah.
I like that cover, mate. I do like that cover. In a bit, that looks classic Morbius, doesn't it? So yeah, I might give that one a go.
What is going on with that Fantastic Four cover, by the way, Pete?
That's Malice. So that's Malice. That's Sue Storm's kind of dominatrix version. Man. She was out, Efren, was it about 10, 15 years ago? I think Malice was in the comics and stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen her since. But yeah, you would like her. Sorry, it's all leather and spikes and things like yeah. Exquisite Corpses. Anybody still reading Exquisite Corpses?
No.
I read it, but I can't say it's blown us away. I feel it should have been done a couple of issues ago, to be perfectly honest.
Got Smile this week as well, Pete. We've got Smile and the Muppets Noir as well this week.
Yes, Muppets Noir is out and Smile is out.
Got both of those on my list, and I've got
that Smile the based on the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna check that one out as well.
It's down here somewhere. I'm sure I saw.
There's a couple of really nice alternate covers for that, James, as well.
Yeah, there's Muppets Noir. That looks pretty cool. I've got four of those coming in the blind bags because you get blank covers with it. So I'll be reading that. And there's Smile. We talked about that last week, I think, on your channel. The comic looks really cool. Yeah. Some great covers. Let's have a little look see at some of the different covers.
I've got the Bride cover.
I love that. I do like that just standard cover, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's
really cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, there's a blank. Didn't realise there was a blank.
Oh, that'd be a sick. I thought we'll
nice,
get somebody to do one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Sylvia do a really cool Smile Monster pick. Oh, I'll
There's some
probably pick
nice
one.
ones there. Did you say you've got that Bride one coming?
It's the Bride one I've got on my pull list. Yeah.
The worst out of them, I think, is that bottom one. This one here, Martin
Yeah,
Simmons. I'm not a big fan of that. But yeah, I like that one. Yes, very nice, very nice. So some decent books out this week. Not a load for me. Fuzzy's just saying here, next week's massive for comics. Bleeding Heart is this week's indie darling. Yeah, we we're just talking about that one. Kilty D Corgi. It was really, really good. Well worth a read. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I know a lot of the guys did as well, so worth checking that one out. End of Life, another new Vertigo out tomorrow. Okay, didn't see that one. Exquisite Corpses there was the last time I read. I had Fomo. I also had Last Modern I bought. Yeah, Chris, I'm probably the same, mate. I got a couple of the not Slab Crusader. I can't remember. One of the UK-based comic sellers got their version covers. And then I got a load of the ones with the cards in them and stuff like that. Phantom of the Opera pushed back a week. Okay. Yeah. It's a foil blank though. Okay, nice. Yeah, some nice ones. Some nice books. Okay, chaps. Bit of toy news for you. We'll rattle through this. There's lots of toy news. Sorry, I'll probably need you to remind us because I might not remember some of the companies. But there's that Matrix of Leadership I mentioned. I think that looks absolutely spectacular. Full light up effect. It actually moves when you try to open it, which mine doesn't, the khaki one I've got. So I will definitely be getting that. Comes with a nice display stand and all the rest of it. I think that looks pretty darn class. We've got some Battlestar Galactica figures. Who would have thought we'd get Battlestar Galactica after all this time? I mean, Efren, are you a fan of Battlestar?
Yeah, but I was looking at that one too. I mean, I don't know how much they cost to make these and what they have to do to make a profit, but show's been on, last time the original Battlestar Galactica 25 more years ago.
Yeah.
I wonder why. I'd like to know their train of thought, why they think that's what people would want this.
Yeah. I can't remember do you know who's making this one, Sorrel?
I want to say it's Master Replicas, but I may be wrong.
I can't remember
Remember off the top of my head who it was. But someone said to me, this isn't based on the original show, isn't it? Is this not based on like a modern version of it or something?
No, it's the original show.
That looks the original.
Is the original?
Yeah.
I got a message of someone saying something about that.
Yeah. I mean, it does look cool. It does look cool, I have to say. I'd be keen on getting some of the ship replicas, and I'd probably pick up a Cylon, to be honest. But yeah, I like the look of that. We've got a new print of Transformers the movie in hardback coming out. Looks really, really nice. This is a hardback book, reprinting the original Transformers the movie miniseries. I'll definitely be picking that up.
Yeah, Hasbro just announced as well they're doing their apology tour. Did you see that?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw
that. It's a weird way of marketing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Transformers movie apology tour.
Very odd. Very odd. Dan's saying he's pre-ordered the Battlestar Galactica BSG figures of Factory Entertainment. Okay, thank you. Thank you, pal. Okay. The silver Cylons are selling out at that pre-order in the UK. Yeah, that's what you want, innit? You want a silver one, I think. We've got some of the new Masters toys. We've seen a lot of that lately. I haven't put any more of it on screen, but we've seen Triclops, Mecha Neck, and all the rest of it. Really, really like the look. I hope this is coming out because it's going to be in the film. So it'd be really cool to see that particular vehicle in the figure in the film. We've then got some McFarlane Batman figures. Sorry, I don't know if you want to mention these. I know you saw these.
Well, these aren't McFarlane. These are NECA.
Oh, I thought these were McFarlane. Sorry, NECA.
This is NECA. NECA are giving them all cloth goods. So the Catwoman's like a latexy material. Batman suit's like a rubber material. So these are like cloth good ones. These are from their retro line, which is the fully cloth goods action figures, like the Nun and stuff like that, where they've got the cloth goods. So this is the first time that NECA's done Batman in a long time. Normally they did like the SNES tie-in or like the gaming tie-ins. They've got a full movie release for the first time in ages. I think that's to do with McFarlane losing its master toy license, I think. And NECA's been able to swoop in. I hope it continues though, because I'd like to see them do Riddler, Two-Face, Joker. I think they could do some good ones.
I have to say, I think the head sculpt on the Batman is superb.
Yeah, really, and the fact that cool. With Penguin you can remove the coat, you can take the hat off, he's got the monocle, he's got all the different things. It looks awesome. And there's an alternate head for Catwoman where all the hair's coming out the side, it's all ripped and stuff. Very cool. Nice
figures, and they'll be a decent price as well. They'll be
about 48 quid usually for those kind of ones.
Nice. Prof Hulk with his glasses and his fluffy bunny slippers. I'll pass, thanks. McFarlane are doing a Savage Dragon. You do get head swaps with that, so you get the untashed, unglassed version, and a Shadow Hawk, which I quite like.
And then these Hellboy as well.
Yeah, Hellboy looked really cool as well. And then this bottle line is pure sorrow. What's the bloke with the underpants?
Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is a new toy line from Playmates. It's based on a kids' RPG book, but there's going to be a new cartoon coming out. There's going to be a video game coming out. There's all sorts coming for this. So many tie-ins, blind boxes, comic books. They're going full out with this thing. And it looks batshit crazy.
It just looks mental.
It
just
does,
looks mental.
But it was the toy line that sold me. I was like, I wasn't interested in it, and then I saw what they looked like. I'm like, I'm interested now. They're releasing like D23 dice, all designed like in the art style of the book and stuff. So I'm interested now.
Yeah.
And the one on the end, mate. Oh my god! NECA announced. So NECA announced they've got a new partnership with McDonald's. So they're going to be able to make all different types of McDonald's figures. The first things they've announced are the Ben Cooper line. So you're going to be getting Hamburglar and the chicken girl. They're going straight into the line of the kids dressed up as characters thing. But then they're doing an ultimate version of Grimace. I hope he comes with the Grimace shake. I really do. And of course, Ronald McDonald is getting an ultimate action figure with hands, heads, accessories. I'm sold on this line, mate. I'm not going to lie. I want them all.
Yeah, I'm going to pass. Fuzzy's liking the look of the Hamburglar.
I was thinking, who's buying this? Like, who has like nostalgia for these characters? Like
the fact they come with the boo buckets, mate. They're a big thing in America. People go mad for the boo buckets. We don't get them in England.
What's a boo bucket? Every
Halloween, McDonald's Happy Meals are like sold inside a little Halloween like pumpkin bucket. You know, your jack-o'-lantern.
Really?
So the idea is the kids can go and get the Happy Meal, eat the thing, and then have a plastic bucket to go trick or treating with.
Oh, that's clever.
But it's mainly adult collectors that want them.
Yeah.
All the Instagram girls, all the goth girls want them.
Well, it's like they have the current. I don't know if it's in the UK as well, but currently McDonald's has a Friends. Promotion. Yeah. So like that's not for the kids, you know.
Well, yeah, but to be fair,
meals,
that's only for you only get those with adult meals. It's not with Happy
Meals.
Meals.
Okay, I thought.
Yeah, I know because Alona wanted them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We've got a Rachel and we've got a Monica. We've then got again from McFarlane, I think the statue line from the Marvel. What's that game called again?
Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals. Different variations of the MCU characters we're probably used to. You got Magneto, Thor, Cap, the bloody Jeff Shark thing. There's a Venom and a Spider-Man as well. They're pretty nice statues, but if I was going to be buying a McFarlane statue, I'd be buying it from B&M, and I'd probably be buying it not those style, I don't think. Saying that, like, I do quite like the Cap. I think the Cap's quite cool.
Marvel Rivals is getting stuff for blockies. McFarlane's doing action figures. I think Hasbro have already said they're going to be going down the line next. They're going to be going all out on this thing. Is the game still popular?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, massive. Yeah, it's one of the most played games in the world at the moment. So huge.
Which surprises us because I played it a few times and it was shit.
I think when I was playing it with Simon for like a good week or two, and I was loving it. I thought it was great. It dipped off of it then, and I never went back. But like, it's very solid.
Yeah,
good fun.
Yeah. I think we asked Simon. We asked Simon about it. We said, "Did you enjoy playing it?" And he said, "Yeah." So it's about as much as you get from Simon, really. Chris, 2 guesses what I'm buying here. Yeah, what the fuck is the Jeff bloody Shark? It's from the game. And then he crossed into the comics as well, and that comic went mental.
I think he was a comic character first, wasn't he?
No,
he was in Deadpool.
Deadpool, was he? I thought he was in this, then he went to the comic.
No, I think this just popularized him, I think. Like, he blew up because he was in this. So.
He's one of those weird little side characters that's appeared every now and again, but he was in Deadpool, I'm sure he was.
Yeah, pass. And then Sorrel.
Sesame Street. So, the count is already out now. You can buy him right now. He's in my comic book store, along with Bert and Ernie. They've announced that they're going to be doing Big Bird. She's the next one to come out. I think it's a she. Then you've got Oscar the Grouch, and then Grover. They announced all these so far. They are very cool figures. A lot of people are very happy about them. They have now got the Muppets license since Diamond Select lost, obviously went under. But then the figures that they announced for that were a bit shit. I don't like the look of them personally. Yeah. But these look cool. I do like the Sesame Street ones.
I only learned, this is just a little fun fact, I only learned that Sesame Street characters are Muppets like 3 or 4 years ago. And it blew my mind. I was like, I didn't know they were the same thing.
What? What do you
Like
mean?
I only learned that Sesame Street is like a Muppets spin-off. Like I didn't know that they are Muppets.
right,
I thought they were two
sorry.
completely separate things. I didn't know they're
Okay,
one
cool.
thing. Like
Well, they're all from Henson, but yeah, they're all technically Muppets.
I thought you meant you thought they were real, James. That's what I thought you were saying. I only realised it wasn't a real person. What do you mean that's not a real bird?
I thought they were people. I thought that was a real bird, man. Yeah.
Jesus God. There's a Jeff the Lad Shark and Daredevil comic. Bollocks. Big Bird is a boy. Shame on you for assuming the gender incorrectly. Yeah, I have to say I do like the is it
What
Oscar?
about a big yellow fucking bird that hangs around with a fucking elephant that's brown?
I do like the
fuzzy
green one. The green one. I quite like the look of them. Okay, chaps. Couple of reviews. As usual, if there's anything you want to talk about, do let us know. I've been watching this. I don't know if anybody in the chat's been watching it. Under the Salt Marsh, which is a murder mystery type thing at the moment. I like this kind of stuff. So basically, a little lad has been found drowned in Wales in a salt marsh pit kind of thing, and it's a detective story. Quite good fun, quite interesting. As we'll go through the kind of the ins and outs of it, and people have got dark pasts and all that kind of stuff. If you like your crime drama, it's worth a watch. I think we're up to episode 4 or something now. On the end, we've got Fallout. Finally managed to finish the season. Absolutely loved it. Efren, I know you've been watching it. You been enjoying this series?
Yeah, I've been enjoying the series, and I'm glad there's going to be a season 3 because they left it as a cliffhanger for sure, especially the main character. But they said this one thing when, sorry, spoilers here, but he opened up the cryo tubes for his wife, but he didn't open it up for his daughter.
No, he looked up, mate. So he looked up and saw hers was empty as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was
Yeah.
like, why didn't he do it for his daughter? But yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a video game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did,
don't play the video game, but I have enjoyed it too.
did you watch the post-credit scene with the knights and the bloke opening
yes. Yeah,
the
Macaulay Culkin.
blueprint?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did. Yep.
Yeah. No, sorry, no, not that one. There's a bit after it where it goes, did you know the guys in the armour? Mm-hmm. They're at their base and they open some blueprints for this big new fancy bit of armour.
Yes,
I'm assuming that's linked to the game.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yep.
I think this is, James, very sorry, this is probably the best video game adaptation or base probably we've had. It's absolutely phenomenal. 2 seasons now, and I'm hooked. I love all the characters in it. I love the action in it. I love the monsters in it. This last couple of episodes had some great fighting with the guy in the, I don't know what it's called, the armor suit thing, power suit thing, fighting these kind of, I don't know, like bull-looking creatures that just kept coming.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you pick up, Efren, as well, that, do you know the guy who saves the ghoul was Ron Perlman, Hellboy? So I'm presuming he's... So... I'm presuming he's going to come in the next season. So do you know when the ghoul bloke falls on the metal spike and someone drags him away and puts in and says basically you need to join our team?
Yeah.
And he says no thanks. Well, that was Ron Perlman.
Oh,
Is it Perlman? Voice of Dead. I'm sure it was voice of Hellboy.
Yeah.
Well, he was Hellboy. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. But really cool. Really cool.
That
You guys
other-
not see? Sorry.
I was going to say that other ghoul, his sidekick, that was talking and his arm falls off. That's pretty funny. Yeah,
Very cool. I like.
I have enjoyed it. Caught me by surprise since I didn't know anything about this game at all.
Yeah.
Really cool. I've always loved the universe. Really cool universe. So,
Have you watched it yet, James?
I haven't. I was waiting for the whole thing to come out, so I'm going to watch it now. I didn't know it was finished. But yeah, I love season 1, and yeah, it's just the aesthetic of it's really cool. This kind of weird 1950s futuristic thing, I think, is awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to give it a watch.
Yeah. Sorrel, you've not watched it yet, no?
I've watched the first half. I need to watch the second half of the series. There's so much TV, so little time.
There is. Absolutely. I wanted to mention as well, I was bored the other night. The wife was out, so this came up on Sky, Naked Gun. I saw this at the cinema, and I hated it. I thought it was utter tripe, which surprised us, because I am a big fan of the original with Leslie Nielsen and stuff like that. So I thought, you know what? I'll give it a go. I'll give it another go, give it half an hour or so, see what I think of it. So I watched the full thing, really enjoyed it. It just shows you sometimes films on a second view and you've got a totally different feel to them. I don't know whether it was because I was at home rather than being in the cinema environment or what, but I don't know. The jokes just felt funnier. It flowed better. It was silly, but not silly beyond belief like I felt it was in the cinema. It was just surprising it was to watch it the second time and enjoy it more. So yeah, quite good. Pardon me. Any of you guys want to mention you've been watching or reading?
I went to see Whistle this week in the
Oh
cinema
yeah, give a little whistle.
with Daphne Keane and stuff. That's a very good movie. A lot of people are shitting all over it. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of people are saying that if you like Final Destination, you'll hate this movie. It's similar sort of thing.
Going to see it either tomorrow or Thursday. So I'll give it a go. It looks
completely
interesting.
spoiler free. It's a very good movie. It's got a very good concept behind it. When it's worth seeing in the cinema because when they blow the actual whistle thing, I'm not sure if it's my cinema. I'm guessing all of them. The sound system is utilized, and that noise that comes out of that whistle is terrifying. It's amazing. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was worth watching. I think if they play the cards right, this could be like a series,
A little franchise.
Yeah, it's like Final Destination, basically, same sort of vibes. But I mean, make sure you stay till after the post credits. There's the credits come up, and there's about 5 minutes of music, and then something.
Okay.
So stay.
Okay.
I like watching documentaries, and there was this one that I watched on the Incas in Hulu here. It's only 4 episodes long, but it's amazing. I didn't know how the empire was destroyed so quickly. They were just overrun by the Spaniards, and Spaniards didn't have that many people, but they had rifles, or they had guns, so to speak, crude, but they didn't. All the Incas had were like slingshots. So there was like over 10 million of them, and by the time the Spaniards came over and they brought a lot of diseases, there was like 1.5 million left after that. And they were just destroyed, within decades.
I haven't watched that documentary, Ephraim, but I've read or I've seen stuff about the Incas before. They were quite an advanced civilization, weren't they? So it's quite surprising how they were so quickly and rapidly just destroyed, wiped out.
Well, they considered each emperor, the people considered them a god, like the sons of God, the sons of the sun, and they were like God, treated like gods. But at the end, the Spaniards captured them, they killed them. Yeah. The gods, their god, and that really led to their downfall after that. They were just decimated. It's interesting. It's only 4 episodes long, and I highly recommend it. Very entertaining. I
might give that one a go. I do like my documentaries the same as yourself. James, anything you want to mention?
Yeah, I went to see Crime 101 the other day. Yeah, really solid. I saw the trailers. I thought it looked really cool, but it's just a really good heist action movie. It's like basically Chris Hemsworth plays this kind of thief who robs kind of high-end items on the 101 freeway in LA. And Halle Berry works for an insurance company. Barry Keoghan is kind of a rival thief. And then Mark Ruffalo's the detective looking for him. And so I thought it was just really well structured. The action sequences are really cool. Just, it was a cool story. And I thought all the performances were really great. So if you're looking for a good kind of crime heist movie, I'd really recommend it.
I have a question really quick. All these movies that are coming out direct to Netflix or HBO Max or whatnot, how do they make money? I mean, there's subscribers. We already paid for it, and when you go to a movie theater, you pay $10, $20, whatever it is, to sit down. But
it keeps people on the platform.
Yeah, if you don't put new stuff on, people will stop subscribing because they're like, oh, there's nothing new on this anymore.
But they make profits off of it because it costs millions.
That's to keep people paying monthly.
Yeah. I guess.
So if Netflix stopped making, if Netflix stopped making new stuff for a year, you'd probably have 20-30% of the people.
Let's say a movie costs $20 million. How does that justify $10 a month paying for Netflix?
But how many users have they got at $10 a month? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but like Netflix will basically pay the studio for their rights of their movie, basically, and then put it on Netflix. So, it's a distribution right, isn't it? So it's nowhere else can have that movie once they've got it for a set amount of time. So you've got to watch it through Netflix. You've got to subscribe at $10 a month or whatever.
And now you have with some subscription services like ad tiers. So there'll be advertisements and stuff on it.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. On network TV, every ad, you pay money for. Yeah. But Netflix, I do pay extra because I bypass the ads. I'm just curious to see how much. Obviously, they're making money because they keep on doing these movies.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a very profitable company. Yeah. Sorry, just mention Halle Berry there. Did anybody see the interview with her and Helmsworth and Mark Ruffalo the other week? She was asked out directly, why are you not in Doomsday? and she tried to joke it off by saying, "Well, you should ask Chris and whatnot because they're all on screen at the same time." And then I can't remember who it was interviewing her, but they basically said again, "Well, come on, why are you not on Doomsday?" And she just smiled and she goes, "Well, there are lots of other opportunities, aren't there?" Basically meaning she's not in Doomsday, but she's going to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah. All right, there you
go. Chris is just confirming 2.4 billion in revenue every month.
There you go.
Ooh, Netflix?
Yeah.
That's just from us?
Netflix. I mean, they bought Warner Brothers. They could have bought Disney.
Yeah.
Like, Netflix is one of the biggest media companies in the world.
I didn't know they make that much. I'm gonna unsubscribe.
They should be paying us.
Yeah.
Fuzzy just watched my Octopus Teacher documentary on Netflix. Made me cry. Sobbing I was. The wife was disgusted in me. What's that about, Fuzzy? Remind us what that's about. Octopus Teacher. Never heard of that one. I can't remember if that's one of the ones you've messaged us about, Fuzzy, or not. Doesn't ring a bell. Right, guys. Spoilers. Has everybody seen this week's episode?
No, James told me not to wait until the season ended.
Okay, This is the second last episode.
Okay. Well, we'll not do massive spoilers then.
We'll allude to... Well, he's not going to know what characters we're talking about or anything anyway. Here, you know.
Fuzzy's just clarifying for us. It's about an octopus. Thanks, Fuzzy. That's cleared that one up.
Basically, did the night fight something big, and was it cool and was it awesome to watch, Pete?
Not something big, no.
Oh.
The knight fought with some pals and some people who just fancied joining him for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Against some other bad people and some other people who were fighting for shits and giggles. In a very, very foggy battlefield to save money. But it was cracking. It was one of the best battle scenes I've seen on anything in a long time. There's a great shock ending, which we'll not talk about. That was a real surprise, which I really liked. This episode also does flashbacks to when he was a young lad. It was good. That bit was very good. It was telegraphed what was going to happen to one of the characters, I think. Kind of as soon as she came on, I thought, yeah, you're not long for this mortal coil. But overall, sensational episode. Really stronger. That's maybe not the right. As strong as the best Game of Thrones episodes I think we've had.
Wow.
I thought that was really good. Really good. James, take it you liked it.
I mean, yeah, this is like the kind of the big moments of the storyline. The Trial of the Seven, I think, was perfectly captured here. Like it feels very grounded. You're in the mud. You get these POV shots through the helmet and everything. That was great. Cool. Sword fighting, the way that Dunk is just getting stabbed constantly, like was so great, so visceral. Like I love that. The flashback sequences are new, so they're not in the book. And I thought they added really great context, knowing some of his backstory and kind of how he kind of met Ireland. I thought was really interesting as well. And yeah, I mean, we get like this is like a small story, but there's like, you know, the kind of shock moment at the end of this just shows like that how impactful this was to the future of Westeros. Like this was, a pretty major someone who's going to be king kind of thing. And so this kind of changed the course of history, and like the events of Game of Thrones wouldn't happen if this didn't happen the way it did, so I think that's really great. Like next episode's a breather. This is like was the big thing, so it's just kind of the aftermath for the next one. But yeah, like I'm jealous of like not knowing that moment's going to happen and kind of the lead up to it and stuff, and just oh shit, I think that's so great. But like yeah, I love the just the fight sequences, the lances shattering, everything was just so good. So like yeah, I would put this up there as like, if you count all the Game of Thrones stuff, one of the best episodes going, I think.
Oh.
Very cool. Very, very cool. My only gripe, because I've got to have a gripe. My only gripe, as usual, and I know why they did it because of the special effects and all the rest of it, was, as quite often you get with any of these battle scenes, I didn't have a clue other than the two main characters who was who and who was hitting who.
Yeah, fair.
Who's the goodies, who's the baddies.
So like
I really need Star Wars. I need them the bad guys in one colour, the good guys in another colour.
The moment like at the end you can see in the fight.
Yeah, I saw that
moment happening. Like
I didn't see it when I watched it, but I saw people put stills up and things.
Exactly. Like that. That's really cool. Yeah, but I mean, really, just super impressed with the show. It's going to be once a year because it's a bit lower budget. There's not like these massive action sequences really in it, aside from one episode per season, pretty much. So like we're going to be getting it yearly, and I think that's really exciting as well. Like it's going to be regular.
30 or 45 minutes, Fuzzy. It's a very short episode. Is it
30. Yeah. So like it's pretty one ad break. It's pretty quick. Like so that's why I was saying Efren like watch it as a movie. So I would maybe time it so like you can watch the other 5 and then watch the finale that night or something.
How many episodes are there? Just 6?
Six. Yeah.
Oh, that's short. Wow.
6 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well worth watching.
Happy you turned around, man.
Did Sean Bean turn up and say?
Not yet. Not yet. No. Yeah.
Maybe in 90 years.
Did Matt Smith turn up on the back of a dragon and look all sexy?
No.
Nah.
I'm not interested in that. I don't care.
No. Did you see Matt Smith's going to be at Liverpool Comic Con?
I did.
Yeah, I saw they did a Doctor Trio thing. I think.
Yeah, pretty cool. Right, guys, last question of the night. Actually, no, we're not going to do that tonight. We're going to keep that for tomorrow because we've got a show tomorrow night as well. So we'll keep that one for tomorrow, I think. Excuse me. Just to mention, memberships on my channel. Thank you so much to everybody that supports the channel. We've got everybody's names up there. We've got Jason, Joshy, Connie, Mr. McGroovy, Rob's Fat Stacks, Kel Prime, Stephen Butler, Fuzzy Dunlop, Phil, Pals on a Half Pint, Ed Vic, excuse me, Rogue Photography, Deadman, Chris, Wayne, Claire, Batdan, and Dr. Von Hoot. Thank you so much to everybody that supports the channel. It really is appreciated. Just put out the latest members only videos. I need to go and check the things on that because it was meant to be members only for those that won the giveaway. But 48 people or something have watched it. I ain't got that many members.
You put it on public, mate.
Have I put it on public? Yeah, I thought I might have. Never mind. Well, you get to see who gets prizes. So there you go.
I'm sure that's a good thing because it entices people to join, surely.
Yeah, surely. Yeah. Connie, by the way, got her membership pack. Thank you so much, Connie. I sent you some books and things like that. She was over the moon to have a TripleG mug. She messaged us about that. So you're welcome, Connie. You're welcome.
I was just admiring Chris's name on that one.
Hashtag G-Spots.
No, back on the slide. Look, his name is Peter.
Myself and Mr. Keegan are going to try and record this at some point this week. I haven't watched it yet, but we'll get onto that as soon as possible so that it's out in time for the He-Man movie coming out. I've got this new series starting with my good pal Phil. We'll be hopefully getting the first of these recorded soon. This is where we watch the first episode of Masters of the Universe and then the last episode of Masters of the Universe and just chat about it as we go. On Only Slabs coming up. Efren, you're going to be on Only Slabs. When are you on, mate?
I think I'm on April.
Okay.
Of this year, yeah.
Good stuff. So check out myself and Efren over on Only Slabs. Efren, tell me about tomorrow and anything else that's happening on your channel.
Tomorrow's our the monthly show where we ask each other questions. Unfortunately, James won't be there, but we're going to ask each other 2 questions, and one bonus question could be anything we want to. So that's tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I do this on a monthly basis. Sometime later on this month, Peter and I are going to be doing our advanced orders. And knock on wood, hopefully in April, we're going to have an artist, Peter and I. We're going to interview him. Hopefully, I reached out to him. He said to reach back to him at the end of April. So hopefully he'll come on our show. So we haven't done one for a while. They're always fun, talking to the specific artist. He lives here in Southern California. So I reached out to him again. And fingers crossed.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I tried to get in touch with Tate, who's the guy who wrote Everything Dead and Dying, but he's not getting back to us. So if anybody's got his Instagram or whatever, please do pass it my way. I've got his Instagram. I sent a message, but it's not getting through. Do you know when they've got to accept your invite or something?
Yeah.
So if anybody's already pals with them on Instagram, please do let us know. Sorrel, what you got coming up over on your channel?
I've just posted a long video today of all the stuff I picked up recently. I did a little toy hunt haul video, but I'll be live again on my channel on Sunday night at 7 p.m. for another Week in Horror podcast.
Good stuff. And Mr. Keegan, what have we got coming up?
So we had One Good Scare live last Friday. So we talked about the kind of last one, first one back in a while. So we talked about all the news. We talked about Send Help that we went to see and Primate as well. And then Silent Hill has been blocked in 44 countries. So I am re-editing that at the moment to try and kind of shorten the clips and hopefully get it through copyright. If not, it will be up tomorrow. If it's blocked in a few countries, so be it. The UK is not one of them. So most of us can watch it anyway. So I want to jump off a bridge, I swear to God.
Yeah. Fuzzy, Phil, yeah. Phil's going to do that entire series with us, Fuzzy. So Phil has agreed to do the full series, so we'll be getting him on a lot of those shows. Why don't you go through? Yeah, I didn't think of that, Dan. Good point. Because I think Jacob, I've got on Instagram. Yes, yeah. I'll do that, pal. I'll do that. Ash, don't forget sex robots. We spoke about sex robots. We did talk a lot about sex robots.
We did, actually.
Anyway, on that bombshell, we'll leave it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. 20 odd people still watching. Really do appreciate it. Please do hit that thumbs up to tickle the algorithm. It would be much appreciated. Please also go check out Passpoint Comics, Super Sorrel, and One Good Scare, and give them a subscribe if you're not subscribed already. For now, though, that's your whack. Thank you very much. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
The curtains close, it's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you from TripleG and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's